I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Continuing on in the Grade 4 Discovering Music Theory workbook, we move on to exercise 3 on page 2, and we're asked to show which of these changes in time signature and melody and rhythm have been correctly or incorrectly rewritten, and we've got to make sure these are twice the value. If not, we need to put a cross. If it is, we put a tick. So perhaps I'll look through this first one with you. And so we need to make sure that the kind of unit of number of beats stays the same. This is in quadruple time, and so this must also be in quadruple time. However, this is in crotchet beats, and this is where these sort of more popular rock time types sort of note names help, because a crotchet is a quarter note, and so that helps us. We're sort of in quarter notes, so we know that that's 4 crotchet beats, whereas we need to be in 4 half notes or 4 minim beats per bar, and that's how we double it. It must stay at 4 beats per bar, otherwise you've changed the meter, as it were, and that will change the sort of the nuance of the timing of the composition. We can't do that. The composer would be very upset. However, we can double by changing the bottom note of the time signature. So before we get bogged down, let's see what it should be. So if we're doubling everything, a minim becomes a semi-breve, quavers will become crotchets, a crotchet will become a minim, and a semi-breve will become a breve, won't it? And so let's see what we've got. We've got semi-breve, crotchet, crotchet, minim. Now we have, instead of a breve, we've got a semi-breve and a rest. Well, the composer hasn't given us any silence here, but there is here, so that's changing the composition. That's wrong. Let's see what happens here. So again, we're in 4 crotchet beats, and here we need to change it to 4 minim beats. That's correct. The time signature is correct. So perhaps now press pause. You go ahead and see if this next few are correct now that you're more sure of what you're looking for. So let's check this through together. So if we're doubling everything, a crotchet becomes a minim, that will become a minim rest. A dotted quaver becomes a dotted crotchet. A semi-quaver will become a quaver. Crotchet becomes a minim. And then a minim becomes a semi-breve with a dot. And then a crotchet rest would become a minim rest. So what have we got here? We have minim, minim rest, dotted crotchet quaver, minim, dotted semi-breve, minim rest. That's correct. Let's check the next one. So again, we have 4 beats per bar. Each beat is a crotchet. Here we have 4 beats per bar. Each beat is a minim. So what should we have if we're doubling everything? So a quaver becomes a crotchet, so that will become a crotchet rest. Semi-quavers become quavers. A quaver will become a crotchet will become a minim with a dot, quaver becomes a crotchet, and then a semi-breve will become a breve. So what do we have here? Crotchet, crotchet rest, quaver, quaver, crotchet, dotted minim, crotchet, breve. That's correct. And then this final one, we have 4 crotchet beats per bar, and we need to change to 4 minim beats per bar. These will sound exactly the same. We've just changed the unit value that we're counting in. It's like saying 0.5, 1/2, 2/4, 3/6, whatever. You know, it's the same, but we're counting it differently, using different units to count it, and that's what we're doing here. So we're doubling everything. So a minim will become a semi-breve. So demi-semis will become semi-quavers, kind of lose a beam. A quaver will become a crotchet. A quaver will become a crotchet. A quaver rest will become a crotchet rest. What do we have here? So we have a semi-breve, 4 semi-quavers. Now that should be crotchet, crotchet, crotchet rest. So they've become quicker and then the rests become longer. We've changed the composition and that's not our place. We can't do that. That is incorrect. So these would sound, well, if they were actually done correctly, these two here would sound exactly the same. You're just counting in unit value. So we've got beat 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to count it 4, but each beat will be a minim. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds exactly the same. Let's just look at the bottom of the page. So we're just having a sneak peek at what's coming next, and we have double dotted notes. And it really is as simple as that, exactly as it says. So we have a dot is half as long again, and then the second dot is half of that previous half, as it were. So we can see, for example, here, a crotchet is worth 1 beat, and then half of that is half a beat, and then half of that again is 1/4 of a beat, and so that becomes 1 3/4 beats, leaving us the only option left is to finish that final 1/4 of a beat. So this double dotted makes it a more pronounced kind of rhythm. So instead of being dotted, crotchet, quaver, we've got even longer to wait and then just a shorter beat. So 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2, E and A. So there we go. It's just much quicker. In actual fact, Baroque music is presumed to be written like that, but is performed like that. That's the Baroque way of playing music, actually. So it really is just figuring out the maths, half as much again, plus half of what that previous half was. You just keep extrapolating it out over the dots, halving each time. So we'll look at that further on the next page, but for now, that's that page completed. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons, you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.